Alright, we got just enough time, a little break here at launch to run one map, so we're gonna go through, what is this, the Halls of the Dead or something? Oh, we'll see. But good, XP, density, magic find, FXs aren't too bad, so we should be okay here. Halls of Torture. This is the one I was confusing with earlier. This is the one where the boss has the tornado, like the blood tornado. AO, that's our second rainbow facet. We found the first one was a -4 +5 fire. Haven't quite found a good enough spot to put it, but let's see what this one is. -3 +3 lightning, so pretty bad, but certainly usable. We're riding with 189 magic find with the affixes on the map, so that's a pretty good sweet spot. We could bring in a little bit more. Level 68. Yeah, don't need that. Where's that skull? We're starting to get to that point though where we do want to focus on clear speed and kill speed in addition to magic find. Not everything can be found with magic find. You know, most things are not affected by it, including like rune drops and you know, the faster you can get through a map, the faster you can get through the map events. So those could come with some more experience, like we've seen, chance at the void with Mendelin events, or chance at some more keys with the keys events, Worldstone shards with like the corruption boss events. So essentially we want to find magic find stuff, of course, but we also need to just be making sure we're still clearing the maps fast enough. Might craft with that one. I tend to keep the ethereal bases for assassin weapons just because you can't chop them, and Blade Sentinel does want ethereal weapons. Okay, a little bit of some dangerous packs here, so let's be a little careful. We have not had very good luck rerolling Grand Charms and have spent quite a few gems to do so. My thought process there was that we need so many different types of skillers and Grand Charms that like something would be good, even if it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. But I mean, I burned through like 60 or 70 P gems and didn't really end up with. I got a shadow skiller for the assassin, but just gotta be careful. We don't have infinity crafting jewels and gems, so it might be better use of our gems to maybe do some safety crafts. The thought process there is like, so we just found that level 91 high Grand Charm. If you re-roll it, it's just like it dropped again. So, you know, is one of those dropping? Is that frequency worth like 60 gems to me? Probably not. But it's RNG, so you know, you could roll 3 gems and get a 45 life fire skillers. It's a give and take of RNG. We would of course welcome things like a bear rune, and that would be inching us pretty close to infinity with the 2 Sur runes we have. Could cube those for 1 bear. Alright, there's a Holy Grail item, the Titan's Grip. We do not have one of those yet. And I would think the class that would use that more frequently would be a Sorc, so we'll see. Hey, good blocking, good lightning. Overall, pretty good. I don't know. I've never used like a life tap wand. We are still looking for our first tier 2 sigil. We've done more than a handful of tier 2 maps and have not gotten a sigil yet, so I don't really want to move to tier 3 until we have our first tier 2 sigil. Not that we won't be going back and forth, but the assassin just needs a little bit more stuff, and then she's probably ready to go for things like Uber Ancients, and you can get a lot of good drops off Uber Ancients, so we'll definitely be working towards that. Just need some sigils. Would love a Tel Rasha's amulet. Nope, captains. None of the mobs in here seem like too dangerous. Like, I'm not super defensive. My resistances are very good, but like I don't have a lot of defense or block. And we're keeping up pretty good in here, so not too worried. I'm gonna have to look at that Colossus sword. We'll have to think about that. Oh, it's not ethereal. Could make something smaller. No. I swear to you guys, I actually found Amara's last time. The recording was just off, and then I bricked it. We'll find another one though, so it's okay if you don't want to let that one count. It was like 22 res or something. I wasn't super unhappy for breaking it, but it would have been a really nice amulet to have. I got an IK Maul. We do have one of those already, but you know, we haven't slammed it yet, and a good slam on one of those makes all the difference. Might have to go to town. I am feeling pretty tanky, feeling pretty strong, but I just don't want to get ahead of myself in any spot. Let's go ahead and slam the IK Mall. I think we're just looking for like sockets or EDIES. 6 sockets, there you go. That's gonna be quite good. I think the Barbarian has the other one. No, let's go ahead and slam it. And it bricked, but that is quite alright. Got a nice little one here and some more space in the stash. Level 47 life tap. I don't think we're gonna keep that. Alright, back at it. I'd say like regardless of what class you're playing, what spec you're playing, like 90% of being good at the game is just taking care of your positioning properly. With Meteor, we've got a lot in our disposal. With Blaze to just kind of run to where we need to be, and if we really get out of position, the teleport is always there to get us back. I think we have one of these. Let's check it out. And especially for a skill like Meteor, like the skill itself does so much damage that, you know, whether you're killing something in 5 meteors or 4 meteors isn't that much different, but if you can get it down to 3 or 2, like the total integer amount of your casts makes a difference, but the incremental damage just doesn't really matter. So for Meteor in particular, I'd say it's worth it to focus on some mobility, defensive ideas before you're just straight up selling out for damage. Alright, more Nats boots. We'll take a ton of those. We need to slam probably like 30 of them to get to where we need to be. We want max fire res on those first for Diablo Clone. But we would also take max lightning, physical damage reduction. Let's take a look. Alright, pretty high roll, but it's really the slam we're worried about. Our current Nats boots have all res slam, which is, you know, pretty good. But we really are looking for the max. I gave a real hard thought at whether or not the Sorceress could kill Diablo Clone Tier 0 with the gear that we have, and the conclusion I came up with is we're just not ready yet. Could get to about 84 max lightning, but we had like a ton of issues with the FCR. Life is really low, so it just seemed too dangerous, and as much as I want to get in Ani, I think the Blade Sentinel is going to be the first character to kill Diablo Clone. Quite a bit more experience on D-Clone on the Assassin. I've never done it on Meteor, and it's not an easy fight, so I don't want to rip the character who's doing all the legwork right now. I think we have this, fairly certain. Okay, we missed the boss somewhere, so let's go find him. But essentially we cleared this in just over 30 minutes, and that's probably pretty standard for us right now. Boss should be over here. Let's see. He's kind of a prick, if I remember right. He's got that big blood whirlwind, and I think that's a mix of fire and physical, although someone can correct me in the comments if that's not right. But we'll see what the mercenary is able to do to soak some damage there, and you know, nothing's going to change from our gameplay. We're going to be as far away from the danger as we can while still doing damage. So lifesteal, ethereal, ED, just not enough. And you guys let me know in the comments if you want to, should we include things like a 5/5 fire facet on the Holy Grail, you know, separated from a 5/5 cold facet? Do we need to find one of each for those to count? It's also thinking like maybe it would be too difficult, but would we consider only corrupted items to count on the Holy Grail challenge? Everybody knows the item doesn't really exist until it is slammed. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I'm going to focus up here for the boss. There he is. I think his main thing is just that whirlwind, so as soon as he starts doing that, we'll look to heal the Merc a bit more. There it is. I'm actually going to pull him away. Doesn't last real long, so you can just avoid it. It is eating the Merc pretty bad, but he's fine. Gimli. Okay, Vivana's belt, I think we have that, but maybe we don't. I know we're missing the helm and the bow. Okay, just gonna clear the last couple guys in here. There are some maps I want to avoid, but we will do every single map on this challenge as a part of like the full completion of the game. We'll even probably have to go back and kill Nilithak. And there was one pair of yellow gloves that I just kind of forgot to check. I think they were over here. Yeah, those are pretty good at level 21. I do need to rebuild the Paladin. 2 to Shapeshift, FCR, Deadly Strike, and they're certainly okay. Alright, not bad for the map, thanks. Forgot we would corrupt these, so let's give it a whirl. Hopefully max firewood, that'd be great. Okay, they lived. PDR, okay. I mean, very excellent. Very, very excellent. Okay, Arcane Sanctuary is corrupted, so spending some time here. Got a Java, got a key.
Alright, thanks for coming, and in the next episode we'll take on our first tier 3 maps.